Hey guys, welcome to another transfer video. So, transfer video. I didn't do it yesterday just because yesterday I felt like it was just the same news. I don't want to give you guys the same damn news every single day. So, I left it yesterday. I didn't want to do a video because it's the same like Hato is closer, and then Hato is closer, Siemens is closer, and then the same news. But today, we got some good news. I don't know. I wouldn't count this as bad news. It's not bad news. If it's done right, it's not bad news. Okay, so we'll get into Exhibit A first, which is the incomings. Now, I said I won't do Hato news, but this came out, so I just had to mention it. So this is what came out first. Understand Yoral Hato deal now very close with Chelsea. Here we go, coming soon. Negotiations at final stages with Ajax after new direct talks today. Hato waiting for green light to travel and go sign with Chelsea ASAP. So, Hato is happening. Definitely, I don't know what happens right now if the deal doesn't happen. I don't know like what will happen if the deal doesn't happen. But for me, I think Hato will be coming to Chelsea. Very good signing. Very good signing. Very good signing. So, Hato, very good signing for Chelsea. And there's another substitute story that came after this, which is very telling about what Chelsea are trying to do in the left back position. So, Hato coming right now, he will automatically be the backup. Doesn't mean he'll be backup forever. He will eventually take Cucurella's place because Cucurella indefinitely will be declining because he's already 27 now. At the start, maybe when he's 30 or 31, he will definitely decline because you have fallbacks. Fullbacks will decline much more earlier in comparison to maybe a striker or a goalkeeper. So fullbacks will most probably. I think Cucurella's now hit his prime right now, and I think he'll start declining maybe in the coming years. Not now because he's still in his prime right now. There's some news after this we'll get into him. But Hato, how many times am I supposed to give a prediction, bro? Like when the Here We Go is coming. But I think the Here We Go will come because it's Here We Go coming soon. So it should be this week. Like it should be this week. There's no chance that you go this long with negotiating. So it should be this week. It should be this week. So we'll see what happens with Hato, and it should be this week, lah. By the way, I have to cut my damn hair, bro. My hair is so freaking. Bro, look at my hair. My hair is so freaking long. I have to cut my hair. So Hato will be coming this week, and we'll see what happens. So after this came out, Fabrizio Retri came out with an exclusive. So this is what came out. Exclusive. Chelsea plan to offer new deal to Marc Cucurella, key part of the long-term project. Al Nassr links not confirmed. No talks at CFC. See Cucurella as important player. Yoral Hato would be backup at left back and also key addition as centre back. See, that's what I said before. Hato will be the backup at left back and if we need centre back. So very versatile player. And Cucurella, I don't think you get a better left back in the market right now rather than unless you go sign like freaking Nuno Mendes or something. Because I don't think there's one better than Cucurella right now. Even Nuno Mendes, he's playing PSG, it's proven lah, but there's no way he's leaving PSG right now. There's no left backs that you can go and get right now from the market that can replace Cucurella right now. There's no one. Like if you have someone in mind, comment down below. Because I don't know every single player in world football. I'm not a tactico or anything. So Cucurella right now very happy. But I did see there is some links that for him to go back to Spain because he is Spanish. So he wants to finish his career in Spain. So we will see what happens from that. But he still has 3 years left on his deal. So it's be expiring in 2028. So one thing with Chelsea is if you come to 2 years down, like if you have 2 years down in a contract, they either sell you or you renew your contract. So these either two things will happen. I don't think he'll go down to his final year of contract. Very important to see what happens next season. If he has another good season, I think he'll be staying. But if you see there's a bit of a dip and Hato comes in, I think we'll sell him to Spain. Most probably just because he's Spanish and we all know Spanish players like to play in La Liga. So most probably he'll be going back to Spain. So that's with Cucurella. And now today's news that came out. Where was it? This another outgoing for us. There's another one more outgoing, another striker, but I'll come back to that later. So Sunderland among three clubs asking for Mark Gue on loan as Chelsea are open to this solution. Chelsea want full salary paid, no buyback clause, straight loan and then back next season. Talks ongoing. So Mark Gue or Gue or something. I call it Gue, it's more better to pronounce like that. But Mark Gue right now, he's on still at Chelsea, but he's not been playing much. He's mostly played Conference League games. So we bought him from Barcelona, and there's not been like many games that he's played that really like wowed me. So like, but most of the Conference League games you can't really take it as how you see a player, because Conference League, like, bro, Conference League academy players can go and play in the Conference League. So I don't know what you expect from Conference League, but he's only been playing Conference League, so that's the only thing I can go off of. But Mark Gue, talented striker, but he needs the game time. But he's not going to get the game time at Chelsea. He's only going to get the game time at somewhere else, which is like Sunderland. By the way, Sunderland are doing business, bro. They are doing business. Have you seen the amount of players they are bringing in? Respect. But Mark Gue going there, I hope it's not an Andre Santos situation, because we all remember what happened to Andre Santos. He went to Nottingham Forest and he didn't play for a single year. He didn't even play, and we had to cut the loan short by 6 months. He went there for a year, but we had to terminate the loan because they were not playing him, and we sent him to Strasbourg, which was the best thing that happened. Ever since he played at Strasbourg, very good improvement. I hope that what happens with Mark Gue, because still a young player, young striker. I don't want to say he has no future at Chelsea, but he has to prove it. He has to prove it in the Premier League, play for Sunderland. If he can get 10 to 12 goals, it's very good. 10 to 12 goals individually, this is very good. So we'll see what happens with Mark Gue. And the last thing that came out was about Jackson. Again, Jackson. This guy's future, bro, oh my god, is so like, I'm in two minds in this. Like, the business mind of me is seeing like, okay, if we sell Jackson, we get double the money. But in terms of a team, Jackson would be very good depth, like very good coming out of the bench and helping Delap and Joao Pedro. But I don't know, because I'm happy with either situation. Jackson can leave because it's not R9. You're not letting go of Ronaldo or Mohamed Salah or anything. No, we are letting go of Jackson respectfully. So this is the news that came out in regards to Jackson. Juventus are now interested in Jackson. I've seen that there are many clubs interested in Jackson, but no one has him like at the top of their list, like the number one target. Because we know like so many clubs, they have their number one target, right? But Jackson has a lot of interest, but it's not the number one target of many clubs. So let's see what they write here first. Let's see what they say here. This is from Matt Law, by the way. Juventus want to move out Vlahovic, and if they do, then there is very likelihood they will target Jackson. So also believe UA would be able to pay around £60 million for a striker if Vlahovic went, and Jackson's wages would not be prohibitive. Now, Jackson's wages are not prohibitive. Jackson is around 100k a week, I think. 100k, I think, because he recently renewed his contract. So I think it should be around 100k, and it won't go past our salary threshold, because our highest earner right now is Reece James, I think around $250,000 a week. So I think Jackson's salary is not going to be problem, even for Juventus. And we all know Italian clubs are broke and they have no money, but they act like they got no money, but they have so much of money. Let's not act Italian clubs are like broke or anything. Okay, they have money, they just don't want to spend it. So Jackson right now, I would rather sell him to a team outside of the Premier League, just because if in the Premier League and we come up against him, I don't want it to be like he's scoring against us and celebrating or anything. I don't want that. If he goes to outside the Premier League, like Serie, I think he would be very good in Serie A, just because the league is a lot more slow in Serie A compared to a Premier League where it's just like constantly 100 miles an hour, constantly. Like, Premier League is so freaking fast that there's some players that they just cannot like compete in the like Premier League, like the pace of the Premier League. But Serie A, which is much slower, that's why you see like people like Anthony in La Liga. La Liga is also much more slower, but it's more technical in La Liga. Anthony, Scott McTominay, or Lukaku. Even Lukaku can score there, bro. Lukaku. So I got no doubt that Jackson will score 20 goals minimum in Serie A. But right now it's just because It's just whether Juventus will pay the money or not. Because we all saw a situation of Sancho. Sancho doesn't even, bro. Juventus are struggling to come up 15 million. 15 million, not 50, 15 million for Sancho. So let's not act like Juventus are going to pay like 60 million for Jackson. Let's not act like that. The only thing with Jackson is he's got talent, but right now his stocks are so freaking low after the last few performances. The red cards, the missing of chances, and then João Pedro just came in and just like proved everyone wrong. Just like scored so many goals, 3 goals in 3 games, and just like Jackson just became like third fiddle right now. So he has to do a lot to like win back the fan base. Like he has to do a lot to win back the fan base. But we'll see first what happens. Okay. So Jackson, hopefully he doesn't go. I don't want him because don't want him to go just because I said we want to have like a super squad, you know. So I don't want him to go lah. But if they offer like 65, 70 million, then yes, fine. You can go. You can leave. There's no problem with that. But you know what? That's all for today's video. That's all the news right now. If there's a here we go or anything, I'll upload a video again. But right now there's nothing much. It's just recycled news right now. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. If there's a here we go, I'll see you tomorrow. Because bro, it's 10 p.m. right now in my country. It's 10 p.m. So I have to go to sleep, you know. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Anyways, thank you guys. Peace.